Good evening. This is All India Radio. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is R.S. Raghu with the evening news. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says self-reliance in defence sector is very crucial for India in the 21st century. Addresses Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization Seminar, Swavalamban in New Delhi. Voting process to elect 16th President of India concludes. Over 99% elector turnout recorded. Counting to be taken up on Thursday. Monsoon session of Parliament begins. Both houses adjourn for the day following ruckus by opposition members on issue of price rise and GST hike. Government informs around 60 lakh beneficiaries benefited through 1,50,000 establishments under Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana till the 10th of this month. 220 children admitted in Kendriya Vidyalayas under PM Cares for Children scheme in the country, says Centre. In Jammu and Kashmir, tourist footfall increased to 1,05,00,000 during the first 6 months of current calendar year, says government. BA.5, a super transmissible subvariant of the Omicron strain, fueling fresh increase in infections across the UK. And Prime Minister to interact with Indian contingents bound for Commonwealth Games 2022 on the 20th of this month via video conferencing. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said the goal of self-reliance in the defence sector is very important for the India of the 21st century. Addressing the Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization Seminar, Swavalamban, in New Delhi this evening, Mr. Modi said organizing the first Swavalamban seminar for an Atmanirbhar Navy is an important step in this direction.
75 इंडिजीनियस टेक्नोलॉजीज का निर्माण एक प्रकार से पहला कदम है. हमें इनकी संख्या को लगातार बढ़ाने के लिए काम करना है. आपका लक्ष्य होना चाहिए कि भारत का जब अपनी आजादी के 100 वर्ष का पर्व मनाए, उस समय हमारी नौसेना एक अभूतपूर्व ऊंचाई पर हो. हमारे समंदर, हमारी तटीय सीमाएं, हमारे आर्थिक आत्मनिर्भरता के बहुत बड़े संरक्षक भी और एक प्रकार से संवर्धक भी हैं. इसलिए भारतीय नौसेना की भूमिका निरंतर बढ़ती जा रही है. इसलिए नौसेना के साथ ही देश की बढ़ती जरूरतों के लिए भी नौसेना का स्वावलंबी होना बहुत आवश्यक है. मुझे विश्वास है ये सेमिनार और इससे निकला अमृत हमारी सेनाओं को स्वावलंबी बनाने में बहुत मदद करेगा.
During the program, the Prime Minister unveiled sprint challenges which are aimed at giving a boost to the usage of indigenous technology in the Indian Navy. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, NIIO, in conjunction with the Defence Innovation Organization, aims at inducting at least 75 new indigenous technologies and products into the Indian Navy.
ज्वाइंट एक्सरसाइज का लक्ष्य होता है कि सभी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक्सपोजर मिले, एक दूसरे के प्रति समझ बढ़े, बेस्ट प्रैक्टिसेस को एडप्ट किया जा सके. ऐसे में इस ज्वाइंट एक्सरसाइज का लक्ष्य बहुत महत्वपूर्ण है. हम मिलकर अगले साल 15 अगस्त तक नेवी के लिए 75 इंडिजीनियस टेक्नोलॉजीज का निर्माण करेंगे और आपका पुरुषार्थ, आपका अनुभव, आपका ज्ञान इसे जरूर सिद्ध करेगा. आज जब भारत अपनी आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव मना रहा है, तब ऐसे लक्ष्यों की प्राप्ति आत्मनिर्भरता के हमारे लक्ष्यों को और गति देगी.
The Prime Minister said India's howitzers and machine guns made at the Ichhapur Rifle Factory were considered the best. He pointed out that India used to export a lot, but India became the world's biggest importer in this field.
पिछले 8 वर्षों में हमारा डिफेंस एक्सपोर्ट 7 गुना बढ़ा है. अभी कुछ समय पहले ही हर देशवासी गर्व से भर उठा जब उसे पता चला कि पिछले साल हमारे 13,000 करोड़ रुपयों का डिफेंस एक्सपोर्ट किया है. 13,000 करोड़ रुपये, और इसमें भी 70% हिस्सेदारी हमारे प्राइवेट सेक्टर की है.
Mr. Modi said in the last 8 years, the government has not only increased the defence budget, but has also ensured that this budget is useful in the development of the defence manufacturing ecosystem in the country itself. He said a large part of the budget earmarked for the purchase of defence equipment is being spent in procurement from Indian companies. The Prime Minister emphasized that, like the countries who capitalized on the challenge of the World War to emerge as big arms exporters, India too turned adversity into opportunity during the COVID period and made strides in economy, manufacturing and science. He noted that the threats to national security have become widespread now and the methods of warfare are also changing. The Prime Minister added, as India is establishing itself on the global stage, there are constant attacks through misinformation, disinformation and false publicity.
Over 99% elector turnout was recorded in the presidential election for which polling was held today. The poll was conducted in a peaceful and orderly manner in all the designated places across the country, including Parliament House. The polling began at Parliament House as well as the premises of the state legislative assemblies at 10 a.m., which continued till 5 p.m. After the end of the polling process, the Election Commission in a statement said, out of a total of 4,796 electors in the list of Electoral College for the presidential election, over 99% cast their votes today. It said 100% voting by MLAs was reported from 11 states and UT of Puducherry. These states are Chhattisgarh, Goa, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Kerala, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Mizoram, Sikkim and Tamil Nadu. Addressing media in Parliament House complex, Rajya Sabha Secretary General P.C. Modi said, out of the 736 electors comprising 727 MPs and 9 MLAs who were permitted to vote at Parliament House, 730 electors cast their votes. They include 721 MPs and 9 MLAs. Mr. Modi informed that 99.18% elector turnout was recorded at Parliament House.
The assistant returning officers of various states will start arriving with the polled sealed ballot boxes to Parliament House, New Delhi by road and by air from today evening itself. The first ballot box is expected to arrive in Parliament House around 10 p.m. today. All necessary security arrangements for safe transit of ballot boxes from the airport to Parliament House have been made.
The Rajya Sabha Secretary General also informed that the assistant returning officers of various states will start arriving with the polled sealed ballot boxes to Parliament House, New Delhi by road and by air from today itself. Our correspondent reports that the term of office of President Ramnath Kovind is ending on the 24th of July. Former Jharkhand Governor Draupadi Murmu is the NDA candidate for the presidential election, while former Union Minister Yashwant Sinha is contesting as a joint opposition candidate for the top post. The counting of votes for the presidential election will take place on the 21st of this month at Parliament House from 11 a.m. onwards.
NDA Vice Presidential candidate Jagdeep Dhankar today filed his nomination. He filed his nomination papers in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Union Ministers Amit Shah, Rajnath Singh and Nitin Gadkari and NDA leaders. Talking to media outside Parliament, Mr. Dhankar said he never thought even in his dreams that a person with a humble background like him will get this opportunity. He added that he will always strive to enhance democratic values of the country.
I am grateful to the Honorable Prime Minister and the leadership that an humble man like me from Kisan family who would never have got education but for scholarship has been given this historic opportunity. I take it as a major milestone reflection of the events in which we are at the moment. I am grateful.
The election for the Vice President's post will be held on the 6th of next month. Tomorrow is the last date for filing the nomination. Opposition has fielded former Union Minister Margaret Alva for the post.
Both houses of Parliament were adjourned for the day following a ruckus by opposition members on the issue of price rise and GST hike. As the Lok Sabha resumed at 2 p.m. after the first adjournment, opposition members led by Congress trooped to the well of the House. The Speaker adjourned the proceedings for the day. Rajya Sabha was also adjourned for the day following ruckus by opposition members on the issue of price rise and GST hike on the first day of monsoon session of Parliament. When the House met this morning, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu made an announcement that Union Minister Piyush Goyal has been appointed as leader of the House. While making his opening remark, Mr. Naidu said his 5 years tenure as a chairman was a learning experience and he tried to do his best. Mr. Naidu urged the MPs to be different and better than they were in the last 5 years when 57% of the House sittings were partly or fully disrupted. Around 60 lakh beneficiaries have been benefited through 1,50,000 establishments under Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana till the 10th of this month. In a written reply in Lok Sabha, the Minister of State for Labour and Employment, Rameshwar Teli, said Atmanirbhar Bharat Yojana has been launched with effect from 1st of October 2020 to incentivize employers for creation of new employment and restoration of loss of employment during COVID-19 pandemic. The 31st March of this year was the last date for registration of beneficiaries.
220 children have been admitted in Kendriya Vidyalayas or KVs under the PM Cares for Children scheme in the country. The PM Cares for Children scheme provides comprehensive care and protection to children who have lost their parents to COVID pandemic. In a written reply in Lok Sabha today, Minister of Education Dharmendra Pradhan said, under this scheme, such children have been provided support in a sustained manner to empower them through education and equip them for self-sufficient existence with financial support on reaching 23 years of age. The tourist footfall in Jammu and Kashmir increased to 1,05,00,000 during the first 6 months of the current calendar year. In a written reply in Lok Sabha today, Minister of Tourism G. Kishan Reddy said a significant hike in the tourist footfall was registered despite the COVID-19 challenges. He said the tourist footfall was over 41,000 in 2020.
The government today said 818 Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Kendra PMKKs have been allocated across the country to promote model training. In a written reply in Lok Sabha, Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Rajiv Chandrasekhar said out of total 818 allocated PMKKs, 722 PMKKs have been established covering 707 districts in 36 states and union territories. He said over 71 lakh candidates have been trained during the last 3 years under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana in the country.
The Consultative Committee meeting of Ministry of Civil Aviation was held in New Delhi today. The topic for discussion was Digi Yatra. Members of Parliament who are members of the committee took part in the meeting and made certain valuable suggestions about the project. In the first phase, Digi Yatra is proposed to be rolled out at 2 airports, Varanasi and Bengaluru, in August this year. It will be rolled out at 5 airports, Pune, Vijayawada, Kolkata, Delhi and Hyderabad by March next year. Railway Board Chairman Vinay Kumar Tripathi inaugurated the iconic week celebrations of the Azadi Ki Railgadi or stations today in Delhi, highlighting the importance of 75 identified stations and 27 trains in the freedom struggle. Indian Railways will organize week-long celebrations till the 23rd of July. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Tripathi said that as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the event Azadi Ki Railgadi or stations will be held during this week under the overall spirit of Jan Bhagidari and Jan Andolan.
आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के एक भाग के रूप में इस सप्ताह आइकॉनिक वीक सेलिब्रेशन में आजादी की रेलगाड़ी और स्टेशन का आयोजन किया जाएगा, जो कि जन भागीदारी और जन आंदोलन की स्पिरिट से स्वतंत्रता संग्राम की कीर्ति और भविष्य के भारत की आकांक्षाओं के मिलन को दिखाएगा। इस सप्ताह का अंत 23 जुलाई 2022 को एक भव्य माइलस्टोन फंक्शन के रूप में आयोजित किया जाएगा।
You are listening to the evening news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says self-reliance in defence sector is very crucial for India in 21st century. Addresses Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization Seminar Swalamban in New Delhi. Voting process to elect 16th President of India concludes. Over 99% elector turnout recorded. Counting to be taken up on Thursday. Monsoon session of Parliament begins. Both houses adjourned for the day following ruckus by opposition members on issue of price rise and GST hike. Government informs around 60 lakh beneficiaries benefited through 1,50,000 establishments under Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana till the 10th of this month. 220 children admitted in Kendriya Vidyalayas under PM Cares for Children scheme in the country, says Centre. In Jammu and Kashmir, tourist footfall increases to 1,05,00,000 during first 6 months of current calendar year, says government. BA.5, a super transmissible subvariant of the Omicron strain, fueling fresh increase in infections across the UK. And Prime Minister to interact with Indian contingents bound for Commonwealth Games 2022 on 20th of this month via video conferencing. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग।
आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता।
बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर।
8700014242।
Welcome back to the evening news. And now let's listen to our special program Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव।
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a Nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of the struggle every day.
In today's episode, we remember social reformer Tukaram Bhaurao Sathe, who died on the 18th of July 1969. Popularly known as Anna Bhau, Sathe worked for the upliftment of depressed classes and played a vital role in Sanyukt Maharashtra Chalbal.
Anna Bhau Sathe was born on the 1st of August 1920 in Vategaon village, part of present-day Maharashtra's Sangli district, in a so-called lower caste family. He migrated from Satara to Mumbai in 1931 on foot over a period of 6 months following a drought in the countryside. In Bombay, Sathe undertook a range of odd jobs. The urban environment of Bombay significantly influenced his writings, which depict it as a dystopian milieu. Though he did not study beyond class 4, Sathe wrote 35 novels in Marathi.
Sathe's use of folkloric narrative styles like Povada and Lavani helped popularize and make his work accessible to many communities. In his novel Fakira, Sathe portrays Fakira, the protagonist, revolting against the rural orthodox system and British Raj to save his community from utter starvation. There are 15 collections of Sathe's short stories, of which a large number has been translated into many Indian and as many as 27 non-Indian languages. Besides novels and short stories, Sathe wrote a play, a travelogue on Russia, 12 screenplays and 10 ballads in the Marathi Povada style.
Anna Bhau was a significant figure in the Indian People's Theatre Association and in the Samyukta Maharashtra movement, which sought the creation of a separate Marathi-speaking state through a linguistic division of the extant Bombay state. He was influenced by the teachings of Baba Saheb Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar and used his stories to amplify the life experiences of depressed classes and workers.
Anna Bhau continued to work for the betterment of the society till his death. All India Radio salutes the great social reformer.
We also remember Mata Rohini Barua, who was sentenced to death on the 18th of July 1935. Born in 1915, Barua was an active member of the Jugantar Party and had participated in the Chittagong Armory raid. Barua assassinated Sub-Inspector Sayyid Irshad Ali, the tyrant officer in charge of the Gwalundo Ghat police station. Barua was
where he died in November 1943. AIR News salutes the great freedom fighter.
We also remember independence activist Ishwar Singh, who took part in the First War of Independence in 1857. He was finally captured and tried for desertion and mutiny against the British authorities. Ishwar Singh was sentenced to 14 years imprisonment with hard labour and irons in November 1858. He died during imprisonment on the 18th of July 1859 in the Andaman Islands. AIR News salutes the brave son of the soil.
That brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow.
अब हर घर की छत पर शान से फहरेगा तिरंगा, गुनगुनाए जाएंगे नव विकास के गीत, आन बान शान का प्रतीक राष्ट्रध्वज तिरंगा। आइए आजादी के अमृत महोत्सव के पावन अवसर पर इस स्वाधीनता दिवस हर घर फहराते हैं तिरंगा और लेते हैं भव्य और सशक्त भारत के निर्माण का संकल्प।
आइए हर घर फहराएं तिरंगा।
In some more news, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with the Indian contingent bound for the Commonwealth Games 2022 on the 20th of this month via video conferencing. The interaction will be attended by both athletes as well as the coaches. The interaction by the Prime Minister is part of his continuous endeavour to motivate athletes ahead of their participation in the major sporting events. Last year, he interacted with the Indian athletes contingent bound for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics as well as the Indian para-athletes contingent for the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. The CWG 2022 is scheduled to be held in Birmingham from the 28th of this month till the 8th of August. A total of 215 athletes participating in 141 events across 19 sporting disciplines will represent India in the Commonwealth Games 2022.
In Ladakh, to celebrate the 23rd Kargil Vijay Divas, Indian ultra-distance runner Sufia Sufi, in association with Indian Army, is doing a tribute run to pay homage to the Kargil War bravehearts. The 470 kilometers long run was flagged off from Siachen War Memorial Base Camp. It will culminate on the 23rd of July at the Kargil War Memorial, Dras. Vice Chief of Army Lieutenant General B.S. Raju today flagged off a motorbike expedition from the National War Memorial, New Delhi, to commemorate the 23 years of victory over Pakistan in Kargil War of 1999 and celebrate the spirit of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. The Indian Army has organized the motorbike expedition from New Delhi to the Kargil War Memorial at Dras in Ladakh.
India's COVID-19 vaccination coverage has crossed a 200 crore 30 lakh mark. More than 25 lakh vaccine doses were administered today. The Union Health Ministry said that more than 6 crore 43 lakh vaccine doses have been administered to the children in the age group of 12 to 14 years so far. Over 5 crore 87 lakh precaution doses have been administered to the identified categories of beneficiaries, including healthcare workers, frontline workers, and people above 18 years of age. The Health Ministry today reviewed the functioning of health screening of international travellers arriving in India at airports and ports. State, airport and port health officers were advised to ensure strict health screening of all international travellers to minimize the risk of importation of monkeypox disease. They were advised and reoriented in clinical presentation of monkeypox disease as per the Health Ministry's guidelines for management of monkeypox disease. In Kerala, one more case of monkeypox has been confirmed in the state today. A 31-year-old Kannur native who arrived in Kerala from Dubai on the 13th of May has been confirmed positive for the viral disease. This is the second monkeypox case reported in the state. Earlier, a Kollam native who arrived from UAE in Thiruvananthapuram on the 12th of this month was also confirmed of monkeypox.
A super transmissible subvariant of the Omicron strain known as BA.5 is fueling a fresh increase in infections across the UK and the continent. According to the European Centre for Disease Prevention and Control (ECDC), intensive care admissions are rising. It has been warned that another wave of the disease is starting. Martin McKee, Professor of European Public Health at the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, said that the timing of the uptick suggests that COVID is not yet seasonal like the winter flu. The Sensex and the Nifty today climbed around 1.5%. Both stock indices gained amid positive global share markets. A report from the business desk.
The Sensex surged 760 points to finish at 54,521. The Nifty rose 229 points to end at 16,279. In the forex market, the rupee weakened 10 paisa against the US dollar. The domestic currency closed at 79 rupees and 98 paisa against the American unit. Gold was trading at 50,400 rupees per 10 gram. Silver was trading at 56,000 rupees per kilogram, and global crude oil prices gained 2.5%. Brent crude was trading at $103.70 per barrel in intraday trade. Anubha Rohatgi for AIR News.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for tomorrow. National capital Delhi is expected to have a generally cloudy sky with light rain. The temperature will hover between 28 and 36 degrees Celsius. Mumbai will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will hover between 25 and 31 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature will be around 28, while maximum will be 34 degrees Celsius. Chennai will have thunderstorm with rain. Temperature will hover between 26 and 33 degrees Celsius, while Srinagar is expected to have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature will be around 19, while maximum will be 30 degrees Celsius. Jammu will have thunderstorm with rain. Minimum temperature will be around 25 and maximum will be 33 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad, Leh and Gilgit will have a partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. In the south, Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam, Bengaluru and Thiruvananthapuram will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. In the northeast, Guwahati, Imphal and Aizawl will have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of development of thunder lightning. Shillong, Itanagar and Gangtok will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says self-reliance in the defence sector is very crucial for India in the 21st century. Addresses Naval Innovation and Indigenization Organization Seminar, Swavalamban in New Delhi. Voting process to elect 16th President of India concludes. Over 99% elector turnout recorded, counting to be taken up on Thursday. Monsoon session of Parliament begins. Both houses adjourned for the day following ruckus by opposition members on issue of price rise and GST hike. Government informs around 60 lakh beneficiaries benefited through 1,50,000 establishments under Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana till the 10th of this month. 220 children admitted in Kendriya Vidyalayas under PM Cares for Children scheme in the country, says Centre. In Jammu and Kashmir, tourist footfall increases to 1.5 lakh during the first 6 months of the current calendar year, says government. BA.5, a super transmissible subvariant of the Omicron strain, fueling fresh increase in infections across the United Kingdom. Prime Minister to interact with Indian contingents bound for Commonwealth Games 2022 on the 20th of this month via video conferencing. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the evening news. Good night.
Aim of Agnipath scheme, energizing the country's military power with youth power.
Hi, this is Mayank. I want to become an Agniveer for the Indian Navy. Serving the Indian Navy for 4 years will give a new identity and a different experience from others. I will have the military discipline, training, self-confidence and a stand in society. After serving the Indian Navy for 4 years, I can continue as a regular cadre or can make a career in any other field. Many government sectors and private industrialists have shown their interest to give priority to Agniveers for jobs. I will become an Indian Navy's Agniveer, India's youth savior.
Indian Navy, an ocean of opportunities. For details, visit joinindiannavy.gov.in.